Hi guys and welcome back to another video. Now today what I'm going to be bringing you is season 6 episode 13 of City signings. Now if you do go on to enjoy today's video, a like as always will be massively appreciated. If you could try and hit 70 likes as always on today's video, that'd be absolutely class. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now on the road to 6,000 subscribers. So make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. Get your thoughts on as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on Bradford City signing Brad Halliday from Fleetwood Town on the initial 2-year contract. Now, I'm sure you can tell I'm very ill at the moment. I wasn't planning on doing any sort of video for maybe the next couple of days. Obviously, yesterday I did do my Derby County match day vlog. Thank you very much for all the support on that. If you haven't already checked it out, feel free to do so. But it has literally just been confirmed 2 minutes ago that Bradford City have finally signed the right back. We need the right back. Now, he definitely isn't one of the sort of highly rated sort of signings that we've made. We're looking from judgment from Fleetwood fans, didn't really see him play out too much. He was injured for the majority of last season, but Doncaster fans certainly aren't the biggest fans of him. As always, I will wait and observe my judgment on him, but make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. So Fleetwood Town tweeted today at 2 PM saying, "All the best, Brad. FTFC can confirm Brad Halliday has left the club by mutual consent. Everyone would like to wish him all the best for the future." Their article does then read, "Brad Halliday departs Fleetwood Town. Fleetwood Town can confirm defender Brad Halliday has left the club by mutual consent. Halliday, 27, spent the majority of last season on the sidelines after picking up an injury in the clash against Sheffield Wednesday in August last year. Everyone at the club would like to wish Brad all the best for the future." Now, Bradford City tweeted today at 4:40 PM saying, "Happy birthday to a certain someone." Then it's like a blurred gif of obviously a new signing. Now, we all expected the next signing to be Vidane Oliver. This picture was leaked the other day across social media, so it looks like Vidane Oliver will be another player coming into the door. But Bradford City confirmed at 4:59 PM saying, "Breaking news, we are delighted to announce the signing of birthday boy Brad Halliday on an initial 2-year deal." The article does then read, "Brad to Bradford. Bradford City AFC is delighted to announce the signing of right back Bradley Halliday on the initial 2-year deal. The defender celebrated his 27th birthday today, arrives at Valley Parade following the cancellation of his contract at Fleetwood Town by mutual consent. Halliday spent time in the academies of both Newcastle United and Middlesbrough, graduating from the latter before loan spells at York City, Hartlepool United and Accrington Stanley." We will have a bit more of an in-depth dive into his career and all that sort of stuff later on in today's video, but over 100 appearances in 3 years at Cambridge United followed before 2 seasons in Sky Bet League 1 with Doncaster Rovers. Halliday said, "I'm delighted to be here. As soon as I heard of the interest, I just wanted to get it done as quickly as possible. The ambition of the club brought me here, and the manager in place and the amount of supporters coming through the gates was all huge for me." Obviously, that is definitely a massive upgrade from Fleetwood Town. It might not be in terms of divisions, but in terms of fan base, it is definitely an upgrade. "I know Richie Smallwood and Harry Chapman really well, and I've played with Alex Gilliard and Emmanuel Osadibe before, so coming to a club where you already know a lot of the players definitely helps. I would say I like to be consistent as a defender and will get forward and send crosses into the box." That is definitely something that we need. The 3 right backs that we do already currently have don't really offer anything going forward, and defensively they're not great, so I don't think it can really be any worse than what we currently already have. Hopefully supplying assists for my teammates and getting some goals. We want to be a successful team, get out of this division and keep kicking on, and I'm looking forward to getting started and hopefully being part of that process. Bantam's boss Mark Hughes said, "Brad is another player we are pleased to be welcoming to the club as our squad for the next season continues to take shape. He's a composed defender with solid attributes who fits in well with the style of play we want to implement. With experience at different levels of the EFL, Brad arrives with a fierce work ethic and determination to succeed. We are looking forward to welcoming him to the group and seeing him in action for the Bradford City." Bradley Halliday will be sponsored by Hurtley Plumbing and Heating for the 22-23 season, with his signing subject to the relevant EFL and FA clearances. Now, we kind of needed a right back to come in, even though we already had 3 right backs. I didn't really think any of them were good enough to really challenge for a promotion spot this season. Obviously, we've got Luke Hendrick, Oscar Threlkeld and Finn Cousin-Dawson. We saw in that game yesterday that it was quite evident we needed a right back. I presume Hendrick would have been the first choice before obviously Halliday has come in, but Oscar Threlkeld and Finn Cousin-Dawson didn't impress whatsoever in yesterday's game. The first goal we conceded was really poor from Finn Cousin-Dawson. It was just completely asleep at the back post. I definitely do think he needs to go out on a season-long loan to a National League team because he's just not good enough to be playing at this level. He's not good enough going forward, and he doesn't really fit the Mark Hughes system whatsoever. Oscar Threlkeld is genuinely one of the worst footballers I have ever watched. I do expect him to be moved on now. There's no way he's going to sit around and be 4th choice right back when he can go to maybe a National League, potentially National League North sort of standard club and potentially fit in there, because he's never never going to play for Bradford City ever again. I really don't see that coming with him now being the 4th choice right back. I simply cannot see him playing. Hopefully, though, it doesn't mean that we're looking to sell Finkles and Dawson, because I think with his age, you definitely can develop him and make him into a better player. Luke Hendrick was always a bizarre one for me. I have no idea why we gave him a 2-year contract with the option of a 3rd year. I think a 1-year contract with the option of a 3rd year would have made more sense, but we're giving him basically a 3-year contract potentially. Really did not make sense to me. Hendrick's a very similar age to Halliday. I expect Halliday to be the 1st choice right back, but I've genuinely never heard of him before, so I can't tell you what sort of standard he's going to beat. We'll just have to wait and see how he does get on in some of these friendlies. That is if he does play in some of these friendlies, because Timmy Odesina was signed 2 or 3 days after pre-season started, and Mark Hughes is yet to include him in a matchday squad. I know that obviously that game against Derby, for some reason, like a 1/3 of the team were just missing from the squad completely. I don't know if that was something to do with the recovery rate from Spain, but if we have a look at his career so far, then he obviously started out his youth career with Redcar Town, where he played from 2000 to 2010 before joining Middlesbrough from 2010 to 2013. He then joined Newcastle United in 2013 before joining Middlesbrough in 13 to 14. Then in 2014, he joined Middlesbrough's first team for 2 years. He went out on loan to York in the 14-15 season, where he scored 1 goal in 24 appearances. Then moved out on loan to Hartlepool United in 2015, where he scored 0 times in 6 loan appearances. Then in the 15-16 season, he went out on loan to Accrington Stanley, where he played 32 times. He then moved permanently to Cambridge United for 3 years, where he played 111 appearances, scoring on 2 occasions. Then in 2019, he joined Doncaster Rovers on a 2-year deal, where he scored 1 goal in 70 appearances. Then obviously he joined Fleetwood Town, and he has obviously today cancelled his contract with them. He didn't make a league appearance for them because obviously he had a really bad injury, and yeah, we've not really seen all too much of him. So like I said, I can't really comment all too much. His SofaScore score doesn't really bring up all too much because he only played 3 matches last season according to SofaScore. If we have a look at maybe some of his defensive stats, he's got 0 clean sheets, 1.7 interceptions per game, 2.0 tackles per game, 0 possession wins per game. He was dribbled past on 0.7 appearances, 0.7 occasions per game, and he also averaged 0.3 clearances per game as well. Apparently, he didn't have a successful dribble in the 21-22 season. He won 51% of his total duels, averaging 6.7 of them per 90. He averaged 3.7 ground duels as well per 90, winning 52% of them, and he also averaged 3 aerial duels per 90, winning 50% of them as well. So he committed 1 foul per game, and he was fouled on 1.7 occasions per game, picked up 1 yellow card, and if we have a look at his accurate crosses as well, 0.3 attempted crosses per game, 33% of them being accurate as well. So certainly interesting. Like I said, I can't comment all too much, so fans of Cambridge, Doncaster, Fleetwood, let me know your thoughts on him down in the comment section down below. We needed a right back that was simple as that, because if we went into the season with Luke Hendrick as our starting right back, that is clearly a weakness. Right back was a weakness. We needed to get somebody in there. So I think what will happen now is Oscar Threlkel will be moved on a permanent basis. He does still have 1 year left on his contract, but I can't see him sticking around to be the 4th choice right back. It wouldn't make sense. He played half an hour yesterday, was probably the worst player on the pitch. He was absolutely awful. Gave the ball away on 3 or 4 occasions, but he simply just didn't need to. Got absolutely skinned as well in defensively. I know we were playing against a good Derby team who have been in the Championship last season and probably would have stayed up if it wasn't for their points deduction, but in the second half, Derby were pretty much playing their under-21s team, and he was absolutely awful. And I don't want to constantly go on at Oscar Threlkel, but he was just not really good at all whatsoever. And because of his age, it's not exactly like he's young and you can develop him like what you can with Finkles and Dawson. And with him coming through from the academy, I want to give Finkles and Dawson more of a chance, but Oscar Threlkel, simply not good enough. I do expect him to be moved on. I also expect Finkles and Dawson to be put out on loan as well. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. Apologies again about the state of my voice at the moment. I am very, very ill, so I do apologise about that. But if you have enjoyed watching, make sure you drop a like on it. 70 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, would be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already. With that post notification bell on, we are very close now to 5,900, so please make sure you do subscribe. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on Bradford City signing Brad Halliday from Fleetwood Town on the initial 2-year deal? Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to check out the channel membership scheme as well if you haven't already. If you are in a position to do so, please consider becoming a channel member and unlock all the exclusive perks that you get for that. Shout out to our current tier 2 member Joe006 and our current tier 3 channel member BDavies211. But as I said, thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all very soon for another video. Peace.